Welcome to Module 5, Grand Opening Readiness and Post-Opening. Today, we are focusing on Lesson 5.4, Post-Opening Stabilization. The grand opening of a hotel is an adrenaline-fueled sprint. Teams celebrate months of preparation and feed off the excitement of the first guests. But that euphoria is strictly temporary. Eventually, the lights dim and the quiet sets in. This marks the transition into the post-opening stabilization phase. The operation must now move from a high-stakes event into a sustainable daily routine. This HR dashboard tracks employee morale, showing a sharp peak during the grand opening, followed by a steep drop into operational monotony. This decline represents the primary threat to your stabilization efforts. When the initial excitement fades, staff are left with the reality of daily repetition. Maintaining high service standards without the adrenaline of a launch wears down morale and erodes the initial human capital investment. Declining morale leads directly to staff departures. High turnover creates immediate financial strain through replacement costs and triggers a measurable decline in service quality. Surviving this period requires HR leaders to move beyond abstract promises and deploy a precise, data-driven system of talent preservation. High turnover follows a predictable pattern, clustering around risk periods like the 90-day mark. The end of probation acts as a psychological cliff. New hires evaluate the daily reality of the job and decide if it matches expectations set during the hiring process. To secure these employees, HR must ensure that 90-day performance reviews are conducted fairly and delivered strictly on time. This review allows management to assess performance while clearly communicating a tangible commitment to the employee's long-term future with the company. Even with strong interventions, some departures are inevitable. This requires a shift in how those exits are managed. The mandatory exit interview protocol transforms a loss into a diagnostic asset. As staff depart, their feedback is funneled into discrete data points. This protocol systematically collects qualitative information on why employees are choosing to walk away. HR must route this data back into the operation to identify and fix procedural flaws, such as unsustainable scheduling or confusing workflows. This same feedback loop identifies cultural gaps on the floor, highlighting areas where management support is failing. By treating exits as structural data rather than write-offs, turnover becomes a tool to refine the entire operation. Preventing these exits requires a tactical pivot in how HR approaches retention. The broad promises of the pre-opening employee value proposition lose effectiveness once the daily workload begins. Retention must now rely on the specific daily realities of the employee experience. Protocol 1 focuses on one-on-one coaching and mentorship. This involves launching the formal mentorship programs promised during the pre-opening modules. Pairing new hires with experienced managers provides the consistent, localized support needed to navigate the challenges of the daily routine. Protocol 2 addresses recognition and rewards through a decentralized framework. Infrequent, centralized bonuses fail to sustain morale. Instead, the operation needs a formalized system for frequent recognition. Using a digital platform, line managers can immediately reward exceptional performance, creating a visible and instant connection between effort and appreciation. These localized daily micro-interactions determine whether an employee stays or leaves. Protocol 3 requires a genuinely open-door policy and constant communication. HR must maintain a physical presence on the floor rather than staying behind a desk. This accessibility allows HR to intercept and resolve internal conflicts before they damage team cohesion. Resolving minor concerns in the moment serves as a primary defense against voluntary turnover. Protocol 4 centers on tangible development plans. It is essential to launch the career pathing frameworks established during the earlier stages of the project. Cross-departmental training acts as a retention mechanism by introducing variety and new skills into the workweek. Employees stay when they see vertical or lateral growth opportunities that offset the fatigue of the daily grind. Together, these 4 protocols form a safety net, actively preserving the talent that the grand opening momentum leaves behind. Success in stabilization is monitored through macro-level key performance indicators. HR leaders must continuously track the voluntary turnover rate and the average time to fill for open positions. A high turnover rate serves as an operational alarm that demands an immediate diagnostic deep dive. Spikes in these metrics typically point to poor management, unsustainable scheduling, or uncompetitive pay. This relentless focus on people retention is the benchmark established by the Europe Hotel School London. There is one ultimate metric that defines successful stabilization. The success of the post-launch operation is measured by